Good afternoon. It is Friday. It is 2 o'clock in the Eastern Time Zone. It's December the 3rd. December as the 12th month carries a value of 3. And the third day obviously has a value of 3. So a very, very particular energy today. People born on a 3-day and a 3-month are distinctly here doing karmic business. So this is something that is present in our lives today. While we're well past being born, it's still the same energy. There is still karmic stuff to be dealt with. And whether that's people or situations or things we need to learn or insights that we're going to get, whatever it is, hopefully the cards will give us a clue and point to it. I'm using the deck, is this the right way around? I can't even tell. The Wisdom of the Garden Path deck today. And because this is the first reading of the month, I've got the angel cards out so that we can hello Eileen, how good to see you. You did make it. You made it early. All right, so 3 energy, and there comes Florida. Fabulous. Welcome, Carol. I'm so glad that you didn't miss it. All right, so a karmic energy kind of day today. Eileen, your karmic stuff is coming to you. This card is supposed to give us a clue. Let's hope one of us can read it. Let's see what it's going to be. Oh dear. Well, not oh dear. I think this is not a surprise. There's complexity. And that's probably true for a great deal of karmic work. The 2 and the 3, 2 is about relationship. Hello, Chris. How good. Yes, of course. 2 is about relationship. 3 is about the point of inspiration. It's your hunches and your ideas and the stuff that comes in dreams. So what I've been saying about this card lately is that one of the important lessons is to step away from things that seem really complicated and get a bigger view of it. So if you're dealing with something that's got you bogged down with a whole lot of bureaucracy or something like that, don't keep diving further and more deeply into it, but step away, get a better view of how it fits in the bigger scheme and in its context. They add up to a 5, which is the number for expansion and adaptation, adjustment. When things are complex, obviously, you have to either adjust them or adjust yourself. And if this is a karmic lesson, I'm just going to guess that it's about adjusting yourself, Eileen. But that's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. All right. I know you have to go back to work. I'm going to do these. Oh, nice. Okay, so the angel card that you pulled, Eileen, is the Angel of Understanding. So maybe you're just sitting there going, well, Joe, that's completely logical. I understand. And if not, I guess that's a sign that you're going to come to understanding soon about what it is that you're dealing with that is complicated. So I hope that makes sense. It's good to see you. Carol. Yes, please. To you. Chris, have you come to my lives before? I don't know if you have. It's lovely to see you. Carol in Florida. There's a karmic lesson for you that is related to meaning. That's interesting. We have the fruiting barley, which is, oh good, Eileen, I'm so glad. I'm glad that makes sense. The 1 is about you, Carol. The 8 is that lovely flow from the universe. And given the intention for this reading, this can be karmic energy, right? The flow of situations and people and prospects that come flowing into your life because it is time for you to either complete something that was left unfinished before, or maybe heal something that's been damaged, or indeed release something that needs to be let go. Hey Jen, the two of them, they add up together. The 1 and the 8 come together as a 9, which is a completion and a really good energy for December as we come to the completion of the year where things are concluding, and we get to put the lid on and go away, because it'll never be December 3rd again. So in terms of meaning, as a karmic lesson, I think perhaps there are relationships and circumstances that point you to the purpose of your days. And I don't know if that's about, I know you have a couple of people in your life who are very important. The reminder always is going to be that the most important relationship you have and the most meaning and purpose you can find is with the face in the mirror, right? Very, very important energy for you there. But finding meaning as a karmic lesson is a lot about just connecting to why you're here. Hello, Carol in England, in the UK. Okay, this is, who am I talking to? This is Florida. Your angel for the month is the angel of humor. So whatever I've been talking about, if you're laughing at it, that's okay. This is a very silly clown with balloons. And I think in terms of karma, we do carry stuff behind us like balloons, and it might just be that this is your month to give them a poke with a needle and release them. Amanda. The Warren House Road. Do you know where that is? Is it still there? I don't know. Okay. So that was. Now we go to Chris. Of course you may have a card. So Chris, then Jen, then UK Carol, and then Amanda. Amanda, you're supposed to ask me specifically for a card, give me permission to draw one for you, but you have lots of time, because I am drawing now for Chris. For Chris. Oh, yay, no idea what's going on for you at the moment, Chris, but self-awareness. The 1 and the 0, I just read this card for somebody this morning. I love this card. The 1 is that core energy, that star seed that is Chris, and always was and always will be Chris, the immortal and eternal part of you. And the 0 is, of course, all things. It is a container for everything that is in the cosmos. So in numerology, we add them up. We add the 1 and the 0, and we still have a 1, but now we have your individual gorgeousness with the whole of the wisdom of the cosmos inside. We have your awareness that you are the universe seeking to understand itself. You are the cutting edge of learning and growth and evolution, and you are awesome, just as you are. That's a really nice card. So as a karmic lesson, maybe you came into some doubt and some into possibly in a family that didn't give you everything that you required, except that it's set you on exactly the right path for this lifetime. And the angel you've drawn for December is the angel of kindness. So being kind to yourself and recognizing how that is part of that process of self-awareness, that need and allowing of kindness, right? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm evidently going slowly. All right, next person in is Jen. Hello, hello. Jen, then Carol, then Amanda. I saw your note, Amanda, and I see Lori Kay is here too. This is so nice. Last week I think I had 4 people the whole hour. Okay, so this is for Jen. Jen. This is kind of cool. Anticipation. I think there's only 2 cards with any amount of blue on them in this deck. So I figure this is the communication message. Blue for the throat chakra, which is a communication energy. Very important. Even when it's only about talking to yourself and maybe some journaling. I've never told you that before. But also self-talk and just thoughts matter. Thoughts are a conversation that resonates, and if you're rotating negative thoughts about yourself, they're not going to be good. It makes a spiral. It snake biting its own tail and all that stuff. The message of anticipation. These buds. It's just that looking forward to bursting out and being more than it is now. It's nearly like the month before a graduation ceremony, getting ready to be that much more, that much differently identified, that much. It's really a very, very exciting time. So the 2 and the 4. 2 is about relationships and who you are in relationship, how you're responding to the people around you. And 4 is that practical, foundational, if it's got 4 sides, it won't fall over energy, and then they're adding together. So in relationships, being practical in relationships, doing what's necessary to keep things stable in relationships. And they're adding together to a 6, which is the place of taking responsibility and bringing beauty and improvement into the community. 6 is the number for next year, 2022. So getting ready, moving forward into that, which is really rather cool. All right, Carol in the UK. I believe you were next, except Jen needs an angel. Jen needs an angel. I just used the very word, the angel of responsibility. I guess there's more adulting, but you have an angel to support you in whatever adulting needs to be done. So that's cool too. All right, UK Carol, here we go. I love that it's evening where you are. I've actually got blue sky and sunshine, and it's probably really quite cold. I'm not sure. Let me look. For some reason, I think this matters. It is -4. Yeah, it is not warm. But it is beautiful to look at from a nice warm place. All right. So 3-day and a 3-month. Were you here for that lecture? This is about karmic energy that's with you for December. Oh, and I think this is about you and yourself, and you can refer back to the lectures about the face in the mirror being the most important relationship. 11 is so lovely. There's so much intuition. There's so much spiritual energy in 11. And I like to say that the color is very much representative of the solar plexus chakra, which is the seat of identity. It's where we keep our self-esteem and our self-image and how we honor ourselves. And that is that star matter that is our very, very self and our immortal, eternal self. So, which is the one, and you've got two ones that combine into a relationship. And for whatever reason today, Carol, I want that to be you and the woman in the mirror coming together into a relationship that honors you fully and completely, and is all about that before taking on any kind of attributes that are intended for relating with other people. Because as you get centered and integrated in yourself, then you show up a bit differently for other people, and it serves you better. Does that make sense? I haven't talked to you for a while. I don't know what's going on. You know, if I picked these out deliberately, I couldn't do it. The angel that showed up is authenticity. So that kind of, that makes sense to me. It really, truly does. All right, Jen. Amanda. Oh, there's a note from Carol. I'm glad that's true. Carol in Florida. Cool. Good, good, good. All right, so yes, Amanda and then Lori K. Superb. Superb. Yes, Lori K. I think you do need you deserve everything you can give to yourself. Okay, Jen, I'm glad that made sense to you. Cookie, good to see you. All right, so where am I? Amanda, and then Lori K, and then Cookie. All right. All right, we're doing the karmic work that's available for us in December, Cookie. And I'm pulling angels as well. So Amanda. Ooh. Nice. Okay. I 8 is all about flow. It's about the in-breath and the out-breath. It's about seeing both sides of the coin at the same time. Just the very shape that is the number 8. It is a lovely representation of the lemniscate. When we turn it on its side, it's about that eternal energy and balance and symmetry and things going well. And I hope that's true. If it's not true for you today, then this month there is going to be flow. There's going to be an ease, things unfolding and not being too obstructionist for you and not tripping you over, just allowing you to flow along in a healthy way. The orange color is the cards that are in their time of fruiting, or the plants are fruiting. And the fruiting is always, even though it's part of a cycle, it's always appropriate to consider that it is the result of what has gone before. So work that you've done in the past is coming to fruition. How about that? And this ease and this flow, you have worked hard to get it, and you deserve it, and it is coming for you in the near future. It's just very cool. I hope that makes sense. Jen, you are adulting a lot, I know. Okay. Oh, and see, this is Amanda's angel for December, is the angel of joy. That is too cool. I know you're going to lots of pantomimes, and that's there are 3 here, so I don't know if that's you and 2 panto participants, or if I can't remember what I know about your circle. It may be that there are 3 of them who are angels for you, but there is joy there, and that's lovely. I like that. I hope you're feeling that. All right, Lori K, I believe, is next. Taking a day because you need a day, and that's a good thing to do. You are sensible. All right, so karmic work for December for Lori K. Okay, so 13, discernment, figuring out what is right and what is wrong, what smells good and what needs to go in the compost. 1 is you, that core that is the very soul of Lori K. 3 is your hunches, your impulses, your flashes of intuition, your inspirations. Information that's coming from out of the ether somewhere and landing in your consciousness. And when we add those together, we get a 4, which is that practical, physical, reliable, dependable energy. So it speaks to you know stuff. You have awarenesses even when you don't speak them, and even when you don't want to know them. And sometimes I'm wondering, I know you've got career stuff on the table at the moment, and I think connecting with that idea that you know at a deep level, you know which is the right way to go, and then allowing the cosmos to speak through you, and whether that's in meditation or some journaling or something where you can just be with your own wisdom and allow it to flow through, and allow it to be gibberish to begin with, and then let it come to its sense, and then act, be practical and dependable, and use that 4 energy to build upon what you have discovered. I guess ultimately there are no solutions from outside of you. This is all about you and how you choose to process, right? That's I know an easy answer would be really nice, but Spirit doesn't do easy answers, and especially when it's karmic stuff. It's interesting to frame what you're doing into, oh, very interesting, into the idea of karma this month. Your angel is the angel of purification. So, and it's showing, I guess she's in a sort of a shower of cleansing rain, or some kind of a purifying rainfall. So moving in your, as you discern, you're going to clear away all of the ideas, all of the expectations, all of the stuff that you've learnt, and get back to what really is Lori at her core. What really is what your heart and soul are looking for, and not just what you've been told you should be looking for. So that's, yeah, a cleansing away of the societal BS, if that's not too rude a way to phrase it. Okay, so I'm at Lori K took a mental health day. Amanda, yes, I read you. Jen, I read you. Cookie must be next. All right, Cookie, and then Sherry, if you ask me directly, please, in the comments, that give me permission to draw a card for you, then I will. All right, so Cookie, I love that it is your 3 children, Amanda, for sure. And welcome. Thank you for following. Does she know that I call you Cookie, Francis? I don't know. Yes. Sherry, I'm delighted to see you here. Okay, so your karmic stuff for this month. Oh. Okay, so we're into community, we're into relationships, we're very aligned with the new millennium, and I don't know if that might mean that you're dealing with people who are born in the last 21 years. Clover is lovely. Clover does not scatter. Clover lives in little colonies. If you get clover in your lawn, you get patches of it. So it's very much about being in community, and in these times it's very hard to find their communities are so scattered, and with stuff going on around not traveling, and with being limited in how we have contact with each other, finding community can be hard. I know you've got extended family. I don't know if you spend time with them, but finding your tribe is kind of one of the phrases that goes with this card. Finding the like-minded people. Clover there are 3 lobes to each leaf. So that work on body, mind, and spirit that I'm sure you're engaged with, that most of my clients are engaged with, finding other people who are engaged in that same thing, being part of a colony of that three-way working on all of it is... So the fact, okay, for this to come up as a karmic card suggests that people who are coming into your life in this next few weeks are going to be people with whom you have karmic business, and you maybe have some tasks to complete, or some finishing up old business together. Most often when we meet people who have been in our past lives, we recognize them one way or another. Either they're our new best friend within 5 minutes, or we don't ever want to have anything to do with them, get away. I don't know why, but that feeling of, oh, oh, yes, maybe they killed you in a previous life, who knows. But coming to that awareness and doing the work that helps you to release that. Interestingly, the angel deck is saying that the angel of patience will be with you. So whatever that community growth and connection, and I feel as if it's a bit of a search. I feel as if you're needing community in more ways than not, if that makes any sense. Sherry's there for you. Sherry, I think, isn't talking to me yet. Maybe she got kicked out. All right. Cookie. 3 children. I'm glad that makes sense. Good. All right, Laurie K. needs some cleansing. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, you need cleansing. And I don't know if you're in a position to do any kind of, like, see a practitioner or do something online. Reiki or massage or some kind of a mini spa thing, or something that would, obviously can't do a spa online, but something that will refresh your spirit and lift you up out of the BS, because there is more to life, and you've survived way worse. You're very capable of working through this, even though I'm sure there are times you don't want to. There are times lots of things are undesirable, but we do get through them. We always do. All right. Anybody else? Florida, do you want me to read for one of your men? I don't know who else is here. There's, whoops, very slippery mouse pad. Okay. My music is stopping. George. Okay, George. There's George and there's James. George is your husband, I believe. Okay. I will read for George. And Sherry, if you're still here, just write in the comment box. There you are. Could you have a card, please? Of course you could. Absolutely. As soon as I've read for George, I will read for you, Sherry. Okay. George. George's karma for December. Now I've forgotten, Carol, what yours was, so maybe this will match, maybe it won't. Not that I need to know it. Oh, okay. 32. George is exploring. Doesn't have to be a physical thing. It can be it might be, I don't know how your lockdown is there. It might be that he's able to go to places he couldn't before. It's equally likely to be taking a course or reading a book about a new topic where he's exploring some area of knowledge and learning that he hasn't been around before, or he's learning to cook because he's never explored cookery before, or something like that. But going into a new place, this was a bramble that was growing in the ditch beside a driveway, just a packed earth driveway, and the car started using a different route, so the bramble came climbing out of the ditch and started exploring across the driveway where no bramble had ever been before. And that's the energy that's with it. Maybe it's just going to be about looking at karma and what it is about his experience that relates to something else. The 3 and the 2. 3 is that point of inspiration, that place where the universe sends us ideas and suggestions and dreams and intuitions. 2 is about relationships, who he is with you, with the other people in your life, with whoever else, and with himself, because face in the mirror, most important. And they're adding together to a 5, so we're getting some expansion, some adapting to new circumstances, some adjustments going on as he moves into new territory, whatever that territory represents. That's kind of cool. I feel as though that's a good thing for George. Maybe George is going to start showing up by himself. Oh, look, he has the angel of love. How good is that? George gonna be loving himself, loving his world, loving his own expansion. I like that. That's very cool. Go George. All right. So Sherry. Thank you for joining us here today. I always love it when people bring their friends. That's very validating for me. So thank you for being part of that. And you have, ooh, nice. Okay. So yours is potential. this, you can see the center of the cluster of pine needles. As it begins to grow, as it leaves the center, there's just a multitude of directions for it to go forward. And the smallest, hey Debbie, the smallest shift at the beginning of the growth changes a lot where it's going to end up. So being in that place of potential, of choices, of hello Gina, oh my gracious, how lovely to see you. Being in that place where there are multiple options, where you can sit back, and you maybe need to sit back and look at, you know, if I take this step over here, I'm going to end up over there. Is that where I want to be? If I keep going in this direction, that's where I'm going to be. There's so many potential outcomes. Taking the time to be deliberate and intentional about it is very important. So one is you were probably here when I was, hey Pam, the central identity that is you, that is your immortal and eternal self, is the one. 9 is that connection among all things in the physical realm. Everything is connected to everything else. And when we add those together, when you are connected with all of the things, we get a 10, which is you and the container that is everything in the cosmos, everything in the universe, everything in the everywhere. And we add those together and we have you with all of that inside you, and you able to tap into the energies of the universe in order to live out your own destiny. So it's a beautiful card. In terms of a karmic lesson for the month, I don't know you. I'm thinking perhaps you've grown up disconnected from that information, that the universe is in you, and perhaps this is your time for remembering that wisdom, because it isn't even about learning it. I think usually when we hear it, we go, oh my goodness, that's right, of course. Oh, how lovely. And the angel for the month that you have pulled is Faith. That's really nice, Sherry. That's a good reading for a first time. I see and I will obey, Chris. There's a couple of people ahead, and that's, but absolutely, I will read for Max. Okay, so that was Sherry. Carol, I'm glad George is doing his thing. Pam, I haven't seen you for ages. But this has jumped, so that was wrong. Debbie was here. You're welcome. Debbie, Carol, yeah, okay, so Debbie, then Gina, and then Pam, and then Max. All right, Debbie. There's a couple of cards that you get a lot, and I don't think I've seen them yet. Whoops. I'm flinging them. They're flinging themselves. Oops. All right. They're unflung now. So this is Debbie. Debbie, you just got here. We're doing karmic energy, and we're doing an angel for the month as well. So you will see. It will unfold. Debbie. You've had this before. I know you've had this before. I know how we interpreted it before. And I think maybe you need to be reminded that she's around. Maybe there's a different personality attached. 9 is that number where all things are connected to all other things. She who is in the presence of the eternal source of love is with everything else and everyone else who is in the presence of the eternal source of love. I don't know what else to tell you about that, Debbie. You've had this card, I know, a couple of times at least. And I think it's pretty much always a message from the same place. All right, Debbie, your angel for December. Oh, okay, it's giving us strength for December. I know you're a very strong person. This is an angel. She looks as though she's pushing over a tree. I don't know if she is. Can you tell? There's something about the strength of being in nature about that enormously present tree. This is no sapling. This is, and perhaps it's about drawing strength from being in nature, which I know you do get to do a fair amount. That's what I'm getting from that. Gina came in next. So cool. This is a name I haven't seen for a long time. I wish you well, Gina. Okay, for Gina. Are you still in Nova Scotia, Gina? Did you move? I mean, half my brain thinks you're in Toronto, maybe? I don't know why. Okay, very interesting. Oh, okay, Deb, good, that's good. Number 34. 3 is your point of inspiration. 4 is your really practical, reliable, dependable energy. And they're adding together to 7, which is the teacher. There are always lessons to be learned. So this is reminding you that you know that 3 is your open conduit to the wisdom of the universe. And there are times when the easy example is when you're signing a contract. And even when it feels really straightforward, if there's some piece of you that just kind of goes, oh, I don't know, does that smell right? I'm not sure. That's something coming from cosmic energy and wisdom, and it's a question that needs to be properly answered. So the response to that is to get involved with a proper analysis, right? Find somebody else to read the small print for you. Find a second opinion. Find what it is that is just going niggle, niggle, niggle at the edge of your consciousness. And be practical about it. Engage that 4 energy that is about practicality, and do what needs to be done to feel really good about putting your initials on the bottom of every page or whatever it is. Allow yourself to hear yourself and know that you know stuff. You know stuff really well, and you're really good at analyzing when you give yourself permission. And it may be that when you start out, oh, you know, it's exactly like the one I signed a year ago. Well, niggle, niggle, niggle is saying, no, it's not. You got to read it. I'm sorry, you got to read it. You got to analyze it. And you've got to analyze why you would dismiss your own instincts. I think that's an important part of it too. You're still in Nova Scotia. That's so nice. There's a lovely page where I go, it's called Nova Scotia Minutes or something like that, where people record the ocean for a minute and post it, and I go there often. So 3 and 4, the 7 is the teacher. There are always going to be lessons that you get from this analysis, and I hope that makes sense for what's going on for you. I do. Okay, so you're, oh, all right. So as you listen and learn, The angel who's with you to support that is peace, which is rather a nice energy to bring to analysis, I think. Allowing yourself to do it is going to quiet the niggle. It's all about the niggle being problematic, right? Okay, that was Gina. After Gina, Pam. Pam. You're in like Virginia or somewhere, aren't you? And I know I've got two Jonases and you're a mother and a daughter, and I have no idea which one you are, but welcome back. Either way, it is lovely to see you. Lovely, nice. Okay. So for December the 3rd, a cipher day in a 3 month. For Pam, the karmic energy is around okay. So we have number 21, which is release. This is apples on the forest floor. Can you even see them? They've turning to mush. They are releasing all their ambition to be apples because they're not going to be apples anymore. So releasing expectation, releasing sometimes it's ambition. It's a lot about recognizing that in the here and now, things may not be what we expected. Things may not be what we had planned, what we were told we were going to get. But it is what it is. I know that's trite, but it's true. And letting go, you know, if I have blue sky and if I really, really wanted it to snow today, being angry that it's not snowing, being shouty and negative and kicking the wall because it's not snowing, not going to progress anything and not going to make it snow. I need to let go of my desire for snow because that's just not realistic. And that's kind of what this release card is. It's we carry around with us a whole lot of stuff that we want the world to conform to what we need. And when we release those limits on things and appreciate what is actually in front of us, things are so much easier and calmer, and we don't break our toes on the wall. And so the message, the 2 and the 1, 2 is about relationships, and that includes with the face in the mirror. 1 is your gorgeous, immortal, eternal self. And they're adding together 2 or 3 to that point of inspiration, that hollow reed through which cosmic wisdom can flow into the world. Ideas and dreams and poems and all of the wonders that are out there in the cosmos can come through you. But you know, if you're all closed up and you don't want anything except to be an apple, you're going to be very unhappy about the reality that you've fallen on the forest floor, and you now need to allow your atoms to go back into the soil and nurture the next incarnation of appleness going into the roots of the tree. Okay, who was that? That was Pam. Pam, oh, okay, your angel for the month is the angel of communication. And it's showing 4 people all connected to each other through assorted technologies. I think 2 have got telephones and 2 have got mice, as in mouses, as in computers, I think. Communication. I hope that makes sense. All right. So next, oh, there's new messages. You're the mom, okay. You are welcome, Gina. This is good. So now I'm reading from Max. And where are we? My goodness, it's 10:02. This has gone really fast. It does go fast when people are here. Last week was very few people, and it felt fairly long. This is nice. All right. Okay. You're welcome, Pam. Reading from Max for December for karmic stuff that Max is working with. And for Max, oh, nice. Okay, we've just been talking about 3, the point of inspiration, where stuff flows into the physical. This is 2 3s, 33. So doubled up inspiration that add together to a number of service to the community, of improving things, of meeting responsibilities and making things better. And it's coming through passion, through finding that which feeds Max, and whatever it is that lights them up and they can work with, so they become like the fluff on a cat's ear, right? This is sort of like dandelion fruit. These ones are a little bit smaller, but it's the same botanical system. So when an animal goes by, when a person's trouser leg goes by, these seeds are going to attach and travel and go to new places and colonize new areas, and there's just this passion to spread themselves around the land, right? So for Max, when they have tapped into that which excites their passion and gets them motivated to share and feel an inspiration that they know is going to serve the whole community in wonderful ways. And which incident, again with the fruit, I haven't been noticing the colors on a lot of them, but this is again the result of work that's gone before. The fruit only comes after the flower, which comes after the initial growth. And so it's work that's gone before, whether that was education, whether that was networking, whether that was whatever, but finally we're in the situation where this passion can really begin to take flight. So very, very nice energy. So an angel for Max for December. Max gets healing. So you know better than I what realm of life this is about, and whether it may or may not be physical healing. It may be healing their ambition to be or healing the path that they're on as an accountant, and changing it up to be a balloon artist at the children's hospital, because that's where their passion is, right? There's lots of different ways that healing can happen. I hope that makes sense. Okay, Shamita, how will my relationship be? Regina, how good to see you. I am Shamita. If you're interested in a private and really specific reading, you can certainly make an appointment. We can meet on Zoom and really get into the details that are totally specific to your life and with Jitendra. Today I'm drawing just one card that is speaking to the karmic energy for this month, because today is very strong karmic day, third day of a 3-month. And it may speak to your question, but I don't know for sure. You can message me. You can get onto my webpage and make an appointment. I would love to talk to you. Do a full and proper examination of what you're asking there. Okay. So the card that has come up is Pay Attention. It's a deadly nightshade, which is a lovely juicy red berry, or it looks like a lovely juicy red tasty berry. It is actually quite poisonous. So that is very important that you pay attention. What you see may not be a truthful picture of what is contained therein. Okay. The 2 and the 9. 2 is about relationships. It's about who you are with other people. It doesn't have to be a romance or a marriage relationship, but it maybe is in this case. 9 is about the interconnection of all things and the wholeness of all things in the physical realm. It's one of the spiritual numbers. So spiritual relationships, certainly. We add them together, we get 11, which is 2 individuals standing side by side, and they add up into a relationship. So the advice to pay attention, all is maybe not what it seems. I have no idea how that will, whether or not that speaks to your relationship with your husband, but we can talk about that in detail in another place if you choose. Your angel for December, Shamita. We have the angel of enthusiasm. So finding a way to be excited. This one, it's like a football fan. It's wearing a team scarf and one of those spinning rattles that European fans use at football matches, soccer matches. So that enthusiasm, that kind of like the passion that we just saw in somebody else's card. There is energy for you to be excited about what's going on. Oh, Chris, we must make a plan to yeah, please ignore the spammer. We're almost done here. Regina, your last one in, because I'm going to call it. Yes, Chris. I'm not gonna click now on read more, but we totally. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying that. I love this music. It is a chant called Hidden Things. And let me look. J. Philip Newman, I believe, is I don't know how to look and get that. J. Philip Newell, Newell. I love it. Okay, Regina. I am sorry about the spammer at the bottom. I do apologize. Oh, it's too close to 3 o'clock to get excited. I'm going to read for Regina and then I'm going to shut this baby down. Okay, so. Very, very strongly karmic day today, Regina. The 3rd day of a month that adds to 3. So we're looking at the karmic stuff that's with us for the month. Okay, so number 35. We're back. Well, a lot of inspirational energy is with us today. I don't know if that speaks to just the karmic nature of the inquiry, that people here are open to inspiration and are available for intuition to flow and for things, good things to come from the universe into the world. So the 3 is that point of inspiration. 5 is the place of expansion and adaptation and adjusting to new circumstances, and they're adding together into flow, into that lovely, the in-breath and the out-breath, the symmetry and the balance that is the number 8. It's a lovely, lovely flowing energy, right? We did flow already today. The sunflower, when a sunflower is in bloom, it tracks the sun across the sky. It turns its face to where the sun is over the course of the day. It doesn't want to miss any sunlight if it possibly can. It's a definite fear of missing out. It's that curiosity, that energy. So that you are, who is this? Regina. That you're coming in today, you're curious to see what you're going to get, which is good. Being in as a karmic lesson, in a lot of ways this feels like a permission. If you will engage with your curiosity, if you will find a way to seek the answers for all of your many questions, and whether that means taking a course or doing more readings or reading more books or whatever that is, to open up more maybe your intuitive innate abilities. Often children get disconnected from their intuition, and they're told, no, you didn't see an old man in the garden, when in fact there's every chance that the child was seeing a spirit, that kind of thing. Opening it back up, being curious about what might flow through, if only you're open to it, and finding ways that you can work with that. That is so good. Oh, Chris, I've still got your thing in front of me. That is so cool. I'm so delighted to be part of that. Okay, so curiosity. All right, and then you get, for the month, the angel of trust. And you can see here, getting up close and personal with that unicorn's horn, trusting that you won't get hurt. I hope that makes sense to you. That's a lovely, lovely image and a lovely energy. Because it's very much, it's a two-way thing. Did we have an 8? Yes, we did. It's a two-way. The angel is trusting the unicorn not to spear them in the flesh, and the unicorn is clearly trusting that the food that is coming is nourishing and worthwhile and safe. It's a very symmetrical, flowing kind of a relationship of each one trusting the other. That's really nice. I like that. It fits with the sunflower rather well. All right. Okay, I don't know what's happening in the feed because we've got this idiot spammer. Oh, thank you. Somebody says they've reported the spammer. Yes, everybody, please do. It boggles my mind. It's very, very easy to set up your own live event, and that's just how it's gonna be. All right, I am out of here. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful week. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other, be safe when you're out in public, be safe when you're home for that matter, and I will be back next week. In the meantime, namaste.